Is it possible for ordinary citizens to make a difference in trying to solve major conflicts facing the world? In the summer of 1991, the Northern California-based peace organization Beyond War and the Stanford University Center on Conflict and Negotiation brought together 11 prominent Palestinians and Israelis in the California mountain town of Ben Lomond. The goal of this unique assembly was to develop and reach agreement on a possible peace accord, something official representatives of both sides had never been able to do. Yet by the conference's end, a document was rendered, and in a public ceremony at Stanford University, it was signed by all participants. Since the conference, they have continued to build a public peace process, developing support for the document in their respective communities. This program is about their efforts and the problems that must be overcome if the document is to form the basis for a lasting peace. Jerusalem is the birthplace of three of the world's major religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Often called the City of Peace, in reality it is now a divided city, filled with fear and conflict. Both Israelis and Palestinians lay claim to the city as their historic capital. What happens in Jerusalem to a large extent determines what will happen between Israel and the greater Arab world.
There are more wars in Jerusalem than any other city in the world. And the people who really find the rest and peace here in this city, very strangely to say, are the dead, those who are already buried. Christians, Muslims, Jews, you see all the graveyards all over the city, and they are so close together and they live in peace. But when it comes to those who are alive, they love the city. And they love the city so much, Christians, Muslims, Jews, so they are ready to kill each other to have this city.
I think what worries me most about this prolonged conflict is that it's turning our society, all the societies involved, into inhuman societies, into societies which lose the basic preciousness of human lives. There is a growing use of violence in a way which makes people insensitive. I'm worried about raising children in a society like that.
Arabs and Jews were fighting each other even before the founding of the State of Israel in 1948. And since then, there have been 5 wars involving Israel, neighboring Arab states, and Palestinians. Despite United Nations resolutions offering self-determination to Palestinian residents of the West Bank and Gaza, they continue to live under Israeli rule.
الشعب الفلسطيني صار له 40 سنة بجاهد ما أخذش حقوقه وتشرد. الشعب الإسرائيلي جميع العالم دول العالم قالت إنه لازم يعيش هون بفلسطين وإحنا تقبلنا يعيشوا. لكن إحنا ليش لهليت ما ناخدش استقلالنا مثل دولة إسرائيل؟ ويجوا من برا من روسيا ومن أمريكا ويقعدوا مطرحنا ويطردونا من بيوتنا. هذا منطق مش منطق عند كل البشر.
The word occupation is a very strange word, because if it was up to me, this would be fully annexed by Israel. Anybody who doesn't want to live here doesn't have to stay. I mean, I didn't want to live in America, and I'm here because I feel this is the only country for me. It's the only Jewish country in the world. It's not enough to tell Jewish jokes in New York or California or Florida or any of those other places where sometimes you just seem to run into Jews. I grew up in a place that was over 90% Jewish, but that wasn't the real home for me. I came here. There were 21 Arab countries. If an Arab doesn't like the idea that his prime minister is Jewish, he doesn't have to stay here. But I'm not pushing anyone out. I see room for everyone, only if they want to live in peace.